We've even had clients come to us and say, hey, can we just make this easy and just offer net zero funds? And we said, we could, but you'd be breaching your fiduciary duties. There's been class action lawsuits against organizations that did that and just said, hey, we're going to go institutional share classes across the board, not have any of these legacy broker fees in their funds. And they actually got sued because there was net lower fees in funds that technically had higher expense ratios, but were cheaper after you netted that broker fee back to the participant.
Yeah, I have an example of the client that we were engaged with. They were direct with their record-keeping administration provider. And the plan was structured in a way that all revenue sharing that was built into the mutual funds was being retained by the record-keeping administration provider. And it was communicated to the plan sponsor and participants that this plan was free. And everyone knows that if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is, right? And so there was this communication that the plan was free because they weren't charging a stated asset-based fee, participant statements, or to the plan. They were simply just collecting the revenue sharing at the record-keeping level to pay themselves. In this situation, when we were retained and we dug into the data, we identified that, hey, they're retaining X for revenue sharing. Benchmarking data shows that the competitive range is at Y. So we were able to reduce the record keeping and administration fee a sizable amount. We were able to move to a structure that had revenue sharing credited back to participant accounts and had all fees stated line item on participant statements and at the plan level to make this very clean and transparent. When we actually went out to introduce ourselves and educate participants, frankly, there was some frustration and confusion at the participant level because all of a sudden people were now seeing a line item fee on their statements that said record keeping administration and consulting and investment advisory. And people were saying, hey, this plan used to be free. Why all of a sudden am I being charged for it? And it took time, but I think after good education, we were able to explain to them that, hey, previously you were being charged X. It was just wrapped up in this mutual fund expense ratio, not transparent, which isn't a best practice. And now we've reduced that to Y, and it's just more transparent so you can see what's actually being charged for your 401k plan.